Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jonna and I am the owner of Blue Coats Travel. And today we are going to talk about Disney. And specifically, we're going to talk about some of the mistakes that we often see people make at Disney. So, when you go to start planning your Disney vacation, there is so much information out there. It's really hard to wade through all of it and decide what you need to really look at and pay attention to, and maybe what is not needed or necessary. So, if you need help planning your next Disney vacation, check out our link in the description box below of how to schedule a complimentary consultation where we will really get to know what you're looking for in that Disney vacation and plan your trip around what your wants and needs are. So let's talk about those common mistakes that we often see made at the happiest place on earth. Mistake number one is not making dining reservations. So the days when you could go to Disney and you could walk up to a restaurant and get on a waiting list, those days are mostly over. Now, can that happen? Can you go to a table service restaurant and get on a walk-up wait list? It's possible. But for some of those really must-do restaurants, character dinings in particular, you're really going to need to make those dining reservations in advance. So when you're staying at a Disney resort, you are able to make those reservations 60 days in advance. And what's great about when you're staying at a Disney resort versus staying off property is you get to make reservations one time for your entire stay. So let's say that you're going to be there for a week, for 7 days. So 60 days, we'll say, is today. So today you can make those reservations for that entire week. If you're staying off property, you would have to make reservations 60 days out for each particular day of that week. So once again, another perk of staying on Disney property is being able to make those reservations all at once, which is great because you are getting a jump ahead of others who can't do that. So we certainly do have tips and tricks to help you to get those must-do reservations, like Cinderella's Royal Table. Mistake number two would be not using mobile order. Now, mobile order is something that is fairly new, and it is mostly for quick service restaurants. So, I kind of talked about table service restaurants already, but basically Disney does, there is basically two types of restaurants that you go to. You can go to a quick service, which does not require a reservation, and then the table service, which again does require that reservation. So for quick service, they have something what's called mobile order now. So there is an app. So once you book your Disney vacation, number two thing you want to do is download the My Disney Experience app. That app is going to be where you will find all kinds of information. And one of those is that mobile order option. So it's basically where you can place an order, you send it off to electronically to the restaurant, and when you get there, you say, "I'm here," and they'll start preparing your order. You'll get a notification that when your order's ready, where to go pick it up. You go pick it up and you're done because you've already paid for it in the app. So it's a great service, a really nice way. Let's say you're on one side of the park and you want to go eat somewhere else on the other side of the park. You can place that order, and we've done this, on your way over, and then when you get there, hit that button and they'll start preparing it for you. So it's a really great resource and option to use when you're dining at those quick service locations. Mistake number three, not budgeting in advance. Now, one of the great things about my Disney experience, the Disney website or the app, is every dining location does have menus, or they do have menus online for every dining location. So it is a good way to kind of scope out where you want to go, kind of get a rough idea, and then also take a look at those menus to kind of get an idea of how much you're going to be spending so you can budget for each of the days. Now, there's something to keep in mind with dining, especially with those quick service restaurants. There's a lot of times when meal portions are very large. So it might be something where you can split meals, or, you know, that might be an option as far as, saving a little bit of money. But also, don't forget to have that budget out there for those souvenirs, because you're going to want things like a Mickey t-shirt. This came from Target, but they might want a bubble wand, or whatever, a new set of Mickey ears, whatever it might be. There might be something out there that you would like to purchase. So don't forget about those souvenirs. And one kind of hint or tip or trick, for those small ones is maybe, have a designated like gift card amount. So, you purchase a certain gift card, you give that to your child and say, this is what you have to spend for souvenirs at Disney. And when that gift card is all used up, that's it. You're done with those souvenirs. So just a thought, just an option. Number 4, overpacking. So keep in mind, we've talked about these table service restaurants, and it's really not the same as, like maybe when you're going home. When you're at home, you maybe when you go out to dinner, you might put something on a little nicer than you would normally wear during the day, or whatever it might be. At Disney, it's really not that way. Everything is very, very casual, and there are certain restaurants that do have a dress code, but truthfully, I can only think of maybe like one. So, don't overpack. Don't bring 4 pairs of shoes and 2 pairs of Mickey ears for every day of your trip. Everything is pretty casual, and you want to make sure you save space for mistake number 3, which was the budgeting, so you can take home those souvenirs. 5, over planning. And as my children watch this video, they're probably giggling at me because I used to be somebody who would, we didn't go to Disney very often, years and years ago. And so I wanted to make sure to get everything out of that vacation. Well, that is a huge mistake because, one, there is no possible way that you're going to do everything at Disney. So even if you stay rope drop to fireworks, you're not going to get it all done in one day. There's just simply too much, and too much to see and do to do it all. So my suggestion is, talking to that travel advisor, so they get, we've done it. We've done all of the rides and the attractions and the things. So when we're speaking to you and we're planning out getting to know you and really what you're looking for out of that vacation, we can kind of guide you and help you in those, must do attractions and how to get those in most efficiently, so you can see as much as possible, or I'll word it a different way, as much as you want to be possible to see in a day. 6, ignoring the forecast. So definitely a suggestion before you go to Disney is to make sure that you look at the weather apps and see what the weather is going to be like. I think the assumption is that it's always going to be hot, and it's always going to be raining, which those things definitely can be the case. But there are some times when you go to Disney when you need a sweatshirt. Or it's, maybe the high or the low is going to be 40 degrees. So you want to make sure that you know what the weather is going to be like when you are visiting Disney. And that can be, definitely a planning factor as well, because, if you want to go sometime when the crowd level is really low, maybe the weather's not going to be so great. So pool time is going to be out. So again, working with a travel advisor will definitely help you to not make those mistakes. And that really leads into mistake number 7, which is knowing when to go. And, that is where, you can, again, get some help from someone who does know, when is it the busiest time? When is it the rainiest time? When is it, all of those different factors that can go into your Disney vacation. When is the best time to go? When is the least crowded time? And ways, even if you're going the busiest time, ways to make that vacation as good as when the crowds are sparse, or sparse for Disney. Mistake number 8, and this is a big one, and that is wearing the wrong shoes. So Disney is not the time when you want to try out that new pair of sneakers. You want to make sure that you're wearing a pair of shoes, whether it's sneakers, sandals, whatever it is for you, that is the most comfortable, that is worn in, that they are comfortable. And I would even suggest maybe taking a couple of different pairs and switching them out, so that you minimize the probability of getting blisters. That's definitely not something you want to have happen during your Disney vacation, because you are going to be walking a lot. Your watch is going to be going crazy, just completing those activity circles. So make sure to have those comfortable pairs of shoes, and if you have them, maybe even 2 of those most comfortable pair of shoes. So there you have it. Those are the 8 most mistakes that we see most often when folks go to Disney. And like I've said before, if you want some help to try to avoid those mistakes, we would love to help you plan your Disney vacation. Please, like I said below, check the link for that complimentary consultation. And we hope to help make your vacation dreams come true. Until next time, have a great day, everybody.